Hello, YouTube. It is your boy GZTV, and honestly, a film I'm excited to talk about, not for the right reasons, but I just kind of wanted to rant about this thing. We are here with Happy Gilmore 2. It's one of the first, newly released films since Minecraft that we've watched. It is an American sports comedy film directed by Kyle Newacek and written by Tim Herlihy and Adam Sandler himself. So, not much to say here. I mean, Adam Sandler is obviously the big player in this franchise, even though it shouldn't even be a franchise. Why the fuck did we have two films in the first place? And you get plenty of cameos from some legacy characters as well as new characters and celebrities. And this is just a big ass event. It's one of the biggest movie releases of the summer. Maybe not commercially, but hype-wise, and there's connections, like new characters connected to old characters, blah blah blah, all that stuff. You guys have probably watched it if you're watching this video. There's quite a bit to talk about with this film, so I'm just gonna get going with it. I mean, I looked at the reviews too. I don't know what the fuck some of you guys are thinking, giving this movie like a fucking 5 out of 5 score, or like, what the hell? That just blows my mind. We will get to that in a second though. There's a lot to talk about. Let's get into the premise first, like what the movie's about. So Gilmore returns to the sport of golf since his retirement after winning his first tour championship to finance his daughter's ballet classes, which honestly, looking back on it, is a really stupid motivation, a really stupid reason he's getting back into golf and going to play in this new golf league and competing against those guys. I get it's your daughter and hey, you want to be a good father, but what the fuck, man? The first movie was like, oh, I gotta pay off my grandma's house or else she's gonna lose it, and just being financially stable, making a career for myself, finding out I'm insanely good at something. The original groundwork for this was much better than what they did here. He could have had his wife dying from the golf ball hitting her in the head, in the hospital dying, and the money he won could go towards her hospital bill and saving her, make a deal with the Maxi guy, I can give your wife this crazy procedure that's gonna save her life, or even just upkeeping your old fortune and belongings and winning that back. But no, fucking ballet classes that cost $75,000 a year. I get we're in Paris, but dude, what is this, fucking Harvard? Sorry to go on a tangent this early in the video. We're only in the premise section of the video and I'm talking like this, but my god, this already can be used to show you how shitty of a movie, in my opinion, this was. So getting into the good, I mean, despite me hating this movie, the whole movie didn't suck. Honestly, there are some pretty good things about the movie still. I think overall the first half was pretty good. If it just ended an hour into it, I would call this probably an 8. Probably realistically a 7 or 8 out of 10. I think the way they transitioned from the first movie to this one was pretty good. Again, the only thing I'm saying is why do you have to pay for these expensive ass ballet classes and that's your whole motive? I don't know why the fuck the wife died by him hitting her with a golf ball either. Whatever, I'm kind of losing focus. Lapsing through his career and how this phenomenon leads to a successful career and then a complete fall from grace, and although they exaggerated things a little bit, more on that later as well, I still enjoyed him, getting back into the swing of things, no pun intended, haha. His relationship he had with his kids and how they were just like him, although they got to be much sometimes, and anything I'm kind of hinting on I will touch upon as we get through the end of the video. As well as just the concept of Maxi Energy turning into this golf empire and how that reflects kind of on the PGA and LIV situation going on right now. But from there, the movie is just I like the fact that 2 of his daughters are in there. That's a cool little detail. One is his literal daughter and the other is this girl he sort of acts as a father towards with his AA group or whatever. That's pretty nice. Usually something like this on paper is corny and forced, having your daughter in a film and it's a whole fucking nepotism situation, but they pulled it off somewhat well here. I actually really enjoyed it, and it's got a nice family aspect to it, and it obviously feels really raw and real because that's his actual daughters, I think that's great. Overall, the nostalgia is heartwarming as well. I do think the fan service is good. The things they referenced, obviously the abundance in which they reference things gets annoying. We will talk about that soon. The Shooter McGavin coming back, you have the legendary golf announcers, flashbacks, the same color palettes as the original movies. All the little fan service is great. It gets a little too much and extremely cringy. Marshall Mathers. Overall, the celeb cameos were fine as well. I'd say that's a positive for the most part because I think a decent amount of the celebs that were in the movie had a positive impact, had a laugh, and kind of just got out of there. I really enjoyed John Daly in this film. He's probably my favorite celeb cameo or celeb character in the movie. Post Malone added some humor. You get guys like Kid Cudi showing up in the end. The athletes with Kelsey and Bad Bunny, but his amazing character to me. Bad Bunny and John Daly are probably the 2 best celebrity characters in here as well. Just a new character overall is great. His dynamic with Kelsey. You get the pro golfers. My favorite one of all, just in terms of people and appearance, was the Bad Friends podcast. I was delighted when those guys came on screen. Shout out to Andrew Ginger and Bobby. I love that show. But there were some celebrities, sure, that respectfully could have gone ahead and fucked themselves. And again, we will get into them shortly. But I do think overall the celebs and just, not that it's trying to be a Hollywood movie, but just like the entertainment value of that was good to me. So next, getting into the bad, I mean, where the fuck do I even start with this? The second half of this movie is terrible. And I'm telling you, that completely tanks the rating a good 2 or 3 points because, oh my god, the second half sucked. And that is the main thing that we will focus on here. So here goes nothing, I guess. First of all, the comedy. This is a general thing for the movie. The comedy is so over the top and obnoxious. Even my dad, who loves comedy films, cringed. Yeah, he doesn't cringe at stuff like that. This, and just the repetitiveness of the same old gag, as well as the lack of uniqueness with some of the characters. It's not a very well made movie. It's got a nice budget. It's got all sorts of these cameos in it. It's not very well made. Just some examples. His kids are total jackasses, and jackass beat the shit out of anyone talking bad on anything that might affect them. Like, are they fucking cavemen or some shit? I don't really understand why they did that. As the modern terms would say, the most easily rage-baited kids I've ever seen. It just looks dumb. Like, it's just fucking silly. It's like cartoony, and that is something I could call this movie out on a lot of things. It's just fucking cartoony. Like, the first movie is not cartoony hardly in the slightest bit, and it's not really a realistic story. Someone doesn't just go out and find out, hey, I'm really fucking good at golf, to that extent anyway, and wins fucking 6 Masters championships. But still, this one just takes it way too far. I guess the actors got paid, but this is almost a humiliation ritual for those actors. I get they're just like their dad, but inheriting traits from your parents doesn't mean you just make that your whole personality. Like, what in the world? Also, let's just rip the band-aid right off. This is really fucking bad. Eminem, what the fuck was that?
You brought the whole family. Oh, my dick. Mom, Detroit, what? I just don't give a fuck.
Eminem was probably the worst moment of the entire movie. I love him as an artist, but oh my god, like, he's been slandered for his newer music, and this just makes his legacy that much worse. He's probably gonna get slander from this worse than he got slander from any of his new music. Like, good god, what the fuck was this? Citing your own lyrics to your song in a movie that's not even yours, it's not even about you, and yelling out, Detroit! Like, this isn't Slim Shady, it's fucking 2025. And he tried to bring back Slim Shady on his newest album, and yeah, I'm talking music a lot, I am a music channel. He tried to bring back Slim Shady on his new album. Who fucking cares? Let it go. It's been almost 30 years now. Like, god damn, dude. It's Eminem. I was pretty happy when they revealed he would be here, but like, my god. I was excited. Like, I will say, I liked that they were gonna put him in the movie. It's one of the worst scenes in the movie. Just his appearance, like his short-lived, like, jackass, and he's getting bit up by the fucking alligators. Didn't even say jackass as well as I could. You could have put me in the movie. I would have been like, yeah, jackass. And that would have been better than what Eminem did. Shitty acting and just super cringy dialect. I mean, does Sandler hate this guy or something? What was going on in that writer's room? Speaking of the jackass character, of course, why is it also that there's like 2 or 3 characters who are sons of legacy characters and they act exactly like their fathers? And even with like Chubbs' son also having a wooden hand just like his dad did. Oh, this happened to it. Oh, this is a coincidence. And then Boban is that one tall wacko's son too. Like, come on, man. That's so like overused in this movie, and they just kept it going. There's like maybe even more characters that were like that in this movie. What the fuck? Like, not every legacy character needs to have a son in this thing. Whatever, man. It's so dumb. It's so cheesy. I mean, I could throw up just sitting in a writing session for that one. Oh, we're gonna have this character. He's also the son of a legacy character. Like, seriously? Also, I love Adam Sandler. He's one of the greatest, not just comedy actors, but just actors ever. And wow, Happy Gilmore as a character lost his steam here. He ran out of shit. I mean, the stupid witch's broomstick with whatever fucking long thing you have, golf club, fire hose, water hose, whatever the fuck have you. It was never really that funny in the first place, and stuffing alcohol into household items was funny for a few of the scenes for about half of the movie, and then they just kept doing it. Like, I was watching this with my dad, and I noticed very quickly, probably like 20-30 minutes in the film, the second they started doing it again, our laughter just faltered, because like, that's not even fucking funny anymore. You did it 40 goddamn times. They did it every like 2 minutes. I mean, my god, I might just for fun go back and watch this movie and see how many times he pulled some alcohol out of a fucking random item like a golf ball or a fucking club. Or dude, seriously, I don't know. I can't think of too many more examples of just repetitiveness comedically, honestly, but his comedy wasn't necessarily bad. Like, there's plenty of good one-liners and whatnot, but just the repetitiveness of it, like, my god, dude, come up with new shit for this. This is what people talk about when they talk about sequelitis. It's that you give in too much to nostalgia and don't present any new comedy, any new concepts, anything like that. One last thing, like major thing, the Maxi Golf League angle has a cool concept on the surface. Again, we kind of mentioned that in the good. It's good on the surface, but man, talk about a shit show. Talk about an over-the-top aspect of this movie. Jeez, man. It really lost me in the last, again, like 40 to 50 minutes of this movie. The golfers look like fucking Overwatch operators in golf uniforms. One dude's got a chainsaw. Like, what is this? What the fuck? Are we playing a video game or are we having a golf match? What is happening? The whole thing where they snipped their hip tendon in half to be able to swing better, that's so goddamn stupid. Like, that makes no fucking sense. I don't even know if there's science backing that. They're just trying to go for some bullshit ploy to give the antagonist a one-up over like the pro golfers as well as Happy Gilmore. What the fuck? The explosions, the douchey commentators, the boss being a total loser. I couldn't fucking stand it. I did not like those people. And again, I say this all the time in these reviews, like, I'm not supposed to like those people, I understand, but it made it to where I didn't want to watch the movie anymore. Wow, look at the fucking poster right here. The green is on a teeter-totter. Let's just break the rules at every turn to drag Happy down. Like, if you wanted to make the golf version of Space Jam, just fucking tell us. Just fucking advertise the movie as that. And by the way, I think the turning point in this film, I'll just put this out there, was when Shooter McGavin and Happy reunite and they're just blurting out quotes and references from the original. Like, shut the hell up, man. Seriously, I'll play a snippet from it right now, actually.
I lost the house again, truly.
Hi, Grandma.
Don't you
Ever talk to me?
Humble.
Jackass!
It's like, you jackass. Oh, the nurse from the nursing home died right here. Like, what the fuck are we doing? That scene sent me over the edge. Like, I was able to tolerate most of the corniness of it, but wow, what the fuck? My dad literally said out loud, like, okay, this is getting a little goofy now. I'm like, you fucking think, man? Wow, this is gonna be a long video. Getting into the okay, I think the only thing I would say that belongs in the okay is just the length of the movie, just the overall runtime. I get with most modern releases, there is a sense of spectacle and making films feature length for the theaters, but this is a streaming platform movie. Why is this movie nearly 2 hours long? We are talking about A, comedy movie, and B, a Happy Gilmore movie. The original was an hour and a half. They tacked on a half hour for what? There's not that much new substance. It's the same old here. We all knew what the story was setting up to be as soon as this other golf league was even introduced, and it was like, wow, they're turning this energy drink into like a sponsorship for a golf league. We knew it. We didn't need Shooter McGavin going to the premises and visiting their dumbass technology. We didn't need all this dumb trash talk in between. Just get to the point. I have this in the okay, but I think the first hour of the movie is good. I think that's why I did that, because it's not overly a drag. It's not like the entire movie just fucking drags and it sucks. It's like, once we know what's happening, just get to the golf battle. You know what I mean? Once Shooter and Happy reunite, like, the second that shit happened, that's when the movie turned. If they would have just went into the battle, like, I know I still would have hated the characters and like everything that had to do with that league and how stupid it was and how over exaggerated it was. If they would have got to that, I probably would have put this in like the 6s or 7s out of 10. And that just gives you a preview of what I'm about to give it. I guess the like training was okay with the golfers and like Bad Bunny like being unnecessarily good at shit. Like, that was fun. And like the fat guy from Breaking Bad, I can't remember his name, was in there, so that's whatever, as Chubbs' son, but everything else can go for all I care. Just getting into a review real quick to close out the video. To say this is worse than a movie that I wasn't even interested in the first place, I'm talking about Eternals here, is really saying something. I think this is worse than Eternals, which is bad. And this movie, just about being in the middle, really sums up the film. Like, in the middle from 1 to 10. Really good up until you get to the halfway point, and then boom, the movie out of nowhere, out of the window, boom, the movie just fucking loses it. It's done. The writers, yes, I'm talking about you, Mr. Sandler, must have went on a fucking acid trip, and boom, this movie fucking stinks right out of nowhere. Again, when Shooter McGavin and Gilmore meet up, it's like, that's when the movie's over. That's when I should have just turned it off. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, they really ruined what could have been one of the better legacy sequels we have gotten in recent comedy history, but nope, into the shitter, into the bin this film goes, because my god, they really blew it. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a 5.7 out of 10. Again, I think it's a notch lower than the Eternals, which is really bad, because I was way more hyped for this than I was for Eternals, and I really don't even know what to say. Like, it would be one thing if this movie was absolute shit throughout, but it had potential. Like, it had potential to be a fantastic movie, and what did they do? They fucking canned it. They ruined it. They thought for some reason that like some of the repetitive comedy in the beginning was gonna work, so they were like, okay, let's lap that by fucking 1,000. Felt like I was on acid watching that final golf battle. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Your boy GZTV's gotta go to bed, man. I got some work. I'm fucking employed. I got that J slur. But yeah, we're gonna keep watching Dexter Resurrection as those episodes come. We're gonna keep going on an MCU excursion. New Music Friday is gonna continue to keep going. Big ass albums coming out in the future. So there you have it. I'm out.